The world is not ready for October 6th, 2022. For the biggest event of this year will be dawned, and that is New York Comic-Con. Just kidding. Our teaser trailer for the Super Mario movie is finally coming then. Comic-Con, the official NYCC Twitter, tweeted this picture you see on screen right now, October 6th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, on Comic-Con's first day in that weekend, in 2 weeks from now. It's upon us. Finally. Oh god. After over a year of waiting since that 2021 September Direct, after no major updates and developments from that movie's production beyond a delay, they're finally ready. They're gonna give us a trailer for that movie. Comic-Con makes sense. That's one of the biggest get-togethers for distributing and revealing all kinds of media and entertainment news, anime, movies, comic books. They do this sort of thing all the time. So the Mario movie finally being teased there makes plenty of sense, and from the perspective of the average typical Nintendo fan, not even just me, off the heels of the recent September Direct over a week ago, in a sense, it's very welcoming to get this. A lot of people going into last Direct expected Mario movie news of some kind then. Miyamoto got brought on to talk in the Direct, mentioned the Mario movie, and immediately goes into talking about Pikmin Bloom for like 3-4 minutes, and then teasing Pikmin 4, and then just dipping. I'm still thinking about that whiplash and pacing and transitioning even now, but yeah, so many of us expected to get news on that movie at that point, if not the near future. Barring the Direct took place on Mario's 37th anniversary, it's been a literal year since they showed us the casting for the movie, and they announced the movie would be delayed to next April, like several months ago, but beyond that, nothing. Nada. No other updates, no tidbits, no teasers, nothing. Nothing of anything. And millions are foaming at the mouth to get even a glimpse at this movie right now. So to come out of that Direct after a year of nothing, before and after delay, with no Mario movie anything, this is a welcome announcement. At the same time, we're not ready. We're not ready, dude. I sound like I'm fully anticipating. Well, I mean, I'm laughing and like snickering in between, but like I sound like I'm like kind of anticipating it. I'm about to go in expecting it, maybe have a decent time, or what kind of trailer it might be. No. No. I mean, I am anticipating it now that we have a date for the teaser. The internet lost their entire collective shit at just the casting, the actors and actresses for the film when they dropped that a year ago. You think the internet's gonna fare any better once this teaser drops? No. No, it's not. This is gonna be the talk of the town for at least half of October next month. We're finally gonna hear Chris Pratt as Mario giving us his "It's a me, Mario," or a stylized, particular vocal inflection and direction Nintendo wants him to do. Same for Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black Bowser, Seth Rogen DK, Keegan-Michael Key Toad. How much will they lean on how they sound in the games? Will they go for a different direction in the voice acting altogether? How much will they feel like Mario and the others, the characters fans and people expect them to act and sound like after all this time, whilst already having established voices and personalities? We're gonna get a glimpse of how the animation will be, how the movie will look, and the characters, how will the writing be, the movie style of humor, if it'll lean on that typical child pandering kind of humor Illumination movies have a lot of that most people hate, the story, what's the plot and premise, and how much more will there be to the film beyond Mario saving Peach from Bowser. Will it be bad? Will it be good? I think all of this and the movie's general reception and anticipation going forward is all going to heavily depend on what this teaser has to show. I've said this before. They say it's a teaser. I don't doubt it, but I have to imagine it's going to be something like 1.5 to 2 minutes long, showing off the characters, how they'll act, the base plot, maybe a snippet or two of an extra branch of the plot, like it's Mario's past leading up to now, or if it'll be more beyond Mario and Luigi going on an adventure through the Mushroom Kingdom. That's my general expectations for this teaser. I don't know about any of you guys watching and commenting on this. That's my general expectations as far as the structure of the teaser. I couldn't tell you what I think this movie's going to be until October 6th. Like, I do think there is room to give this movie the benefit of the doubt, at least until the teaser, to hope and envision that it could wind up being a decent or maybe even a good film. They delayed the movie. Nintendo and Miyamoto are still reminding us it exists and it's coming. At least on Nintendo's side of it, it should go without saying. They want this movie to both be great and perform well in theaters. It's their mascot IP, gaming's equivalent to Mickey Mouse. Mario also really deserves a really good movie 100%. For all we know, the extra time could be Nintendo trying their damnedest to make sure Illumination doesn't fumble the bag and misrepresent the characters, write adequate enough humor and whatnot, and make sure this movie will deliver on most fronts. You could say and feel however you want about specific modern Nintendo games, or Nintendo as a business and their weird business and or marketing decisions here and there, your Smash Brothers controversies, your free update models, your emulations, piracies, what have you. This singular movie is a massive turning point. It is a huge turning point for the company and brand, not even just for Mario itself. Especially after a couple decades ago from the terrible live-action movie, they, and I'm sure the vast majority of consumers and fans of either movies, Nintendo, or Mario, want this film to be a good film for us to enjoy and go back to and cherish like any other good film. This is also Mario's creator at the helm, and I'm sure other higher-ups at Nintendo are probably involved to some degree too. They probably want this movie to end up being good to represent themselves and their most popular IP in a proper light. On the other side of the coin, it is Illumination. They picked to co-produce Illumination of all movie industries: Disney, Pixar, Studio Ghibli, DreamWorks, etc. Sony. Well, I doubt Sony for obvious reasons, but you get what I mean. They went with one of the cheapest companies with one of, if not the worst quality outputs out of most movie industries and companies, and that already sets a negative precedent when basically 1 out of 12 of their total movies, for the vast majority of people out there, can be called genuinely, unironically good. They have the precedent. Their whole MO is producing movies with as little money spent, as cheaply as possible. That's not even an exaggeration when I'm saying this. And yet, this movie is also 10,000% Illumination's biggest project ever too. Far more than Despicable Me 1 ever was. Because it's Mario, because it's Nintendo, because it's involving a much bigger, more iconic and beloved icon in fiction than the Minions ever did. And much like the actors and actresses, I would have to imagine, or at least hope and pray, people behind Illumination would want to give Mario some justice. There's got to be some respect behind this project and wanting to deliver beyond Illumination's typical standard on their own side, right? 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 I hope so. It's just a huge toss-up for the next 2 weeks to where this movie's gonna land. Detective Pikachu, Sonic 1, and especially Sonic 2 proved you can make good and enjoyable video game movies that respect both the property and fans and make them entertaining, fun watches and worthwhile experiences, especially with the complete 180 Sonic 1 got after the redesign and how faithful and fun Sonic 2 was. It's tough to say until that teaser. It could be bad, utterly terrible, god-awful, insanely, really just bad because Illumination, because Nintendo's lack of quality assurance, whether on their side or towards Illumination, but it could be really good, given this is a major step for Nintendo. This is also Illumination's biggest project. Nintendo's multimedia branding may heavily depend on this movie's turnout come next spring. Nintendo usually outputs plenty of quality games, and especially Mario more than otherwise. It's their mascot brand. Millions love Mario. Millions want a good Mario movie. They also gave this film that delay. That alone at least secures a higher quality than if it came out this Christmas instead. I don't know by how much. I'm not working on this movie at all. It's all tough to say and really gauge. Again, it's gonna be a slow burn for the next 2 weeks until the following Thursday from today. I'm gonna be there for it. I'm not gonna say whether I feel ready or not. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and anticipations and feelings about the countdown to this teaser trailer. The teaser trailer itself, the movie itself, hit me in the comments with everything. This is gonna be stuck in our heads for the next 2 weeks. The internet is so not ready for this trailer. This legit will not stop trending for probably a week, I imagine, when the trailer drops. At least a week, maybe 2. I have no idea. Thank you for listening and watching, and beyond other gaming uploads planned, I'll be back in 2 weeks when they drop that trailer and give my reactions, thoughts, feelings, and discuss what the movie's actual form will take. Stay super.
Yo, hey, 妹妹，嘿，我来呀！呜呜，够了。 谢谢。